hope you're having a wonderful day today. If you are returning back to my channel, then hi and thank you for being here. I appreciate it so much. And if you are new here, then hello. Extra special hello to you. My name is Katie. I post new videos here on my channel every week, and I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button down below to become a part of our little corner of the internet. So I was tagged by my friend Beth from the Collectioneers Club. I will leave a link to her channel down below, to do a tag that my friend Nina started, and it is the, make sure I get it right, the Get to Know You Tag Disney YouTuber edition. So I watched Nina's video on this and I was like, oh my gosh, this sounds like such a fun idea. And then Beth tagged me in it. So that works out perfectly. So I'm happy to do this. I know I did just do a random, like a regular Get to Know You tag. So I guess this one is just a little bit more specifically Disney and YouTube centric. Can't talk today, which is a great start. So let's just start on the questions because it's only gonna get worse from here. So the first question is, when did you start your YouTube channel? I started it was last year, I think in February, like end of January, early February, I think. Yeah, so it's been over a year since I've been here, and yeah, good times. Question number 2 is, when did your love of Disney start? So Disney, I feel like, has been in my life all my life. The Little Mermaid was the first movie that I went and saw in theaters, and ever since then it's just been a part of it. You know, I remember growing up and going to see all of the Disney movies when they would come out in theaters, or at least like watching them over and over and over again at home, or listening to the soundtracks, or playing with the dolls, or getting the Happy Meal toys. Like, it's just been a part of my life. You know, it's just like woven into the fabric of my life. And while, you know, not my entire life have I been super duper into it. I think we all go, or at least not all of us, but you know, kind of go through phases, but it's always at least been a part, if it hasn't been like my complete obsession. I've always wanted to go see the newest Disney movies, the newest Pixar movies. Like, it's always just been ingrained in me. So yeah, all my life, pretty much. What inspired you to start sharing your love of Disney on a YouTube channel? So I had wanted to do a YouTube channel for several years, and I actually had started one years ago. I could not even tell you what the name of it was, honestly. And I just didn't stick with it. I know it was beauty related. I really wanted to do like a makeup channel or makeup vlogs, and I had makeup vlogs, and I like makeup, but it was never enough for me to sustain having a channel, because I just always felt like there were people out there that are far more talented than I am with makeup, and that's just such a competitive area, and as we've recently seen, kind of a combative area. It's a little bit of a toxic area right now, and I'm kind of glad I never went on that road. So, you know, I started watching more Disney YouTubers. I didn't know that it was really a thing until probably a couple, like, definitely before I started mine, because I remember watching probably Miss Allie Cakes was the first Disney YouTuber that I found, and I don't even know how I found her, but you know, I just remember her opening up boxes, and I remember her starting to do pin videos and Disney DIYs and stuff. And then I think that she had started talking about Becca over at Disney Kitty, because Allie had started getting into pins more because she had seen Becca's videos of all of the pin stuff. So then I started watching Becca's, and then, you know, things will come up as related content, or Becca would mention another channel in her videos, and so then like you just start getting into this like web of people, and I was like, wow, you know, you can actually really talk about this stuff. And, you know, people are just doing hauls of things that they bought at the store, or unboxing of subscription services or what have you. And I was like, okay, I feel like I could have a place here, and it's something that for me is more sustainable because I genuinely enjoy talking about this stuff. Not that I don't enjoy talking about makeup, but you know, I just felt like it was something that was more true to me because it has been my life of talking about Disney. And you know, I knew that it wasn't just going to be Disney, even though it is predominantly Disney. You know, I wanted to talk about Harry Potter and my fandoms, and you know, if other things snuck in there, then fine. But I wanted my basis to be in just fandom stuff because at heart I'm a nerd, you know, and it's fine. And I was kind of getting to a point where I didn't feel like the two mixed well. Like I had a blog where I was trying to talk about beauty and, you know, fandom stuff, and it just wasn't meshing together well. And yeah, so I felt like this was the best way, and the best way to, you know, get into this culture and into this niche and really like have fun with it. And I was right, because I love doing this. I truly have had such a blast doing it. Number 4 is, what are your favorite Disney topics? Disney film, Disney parks, Disney collector's items, etc. I would say probably doing unboxings. I love anything that's merchandise, anything that's collectibles. I really like. I love talking about the parks, but I don't get to go down there enough. So not that I can't still talk about it, but I guess it kind of, I don't know. For me, it just seems kind of pointless if I'm not actually there to talk about things. But I don't know. I just love talking about Disney things. I definitely know that I want to do more DIY stuff with you guys because I love to craft. So I guess I would say hauls, unboxings, collectibles, DIYs, parks, films, all of it. Any of it, all of the above, everything. Number 5 is, if you could meet one Disney YouTuber, who would it be? I don't know. Pinning it down to one person is just so challenging because there's so many wonderful people on this channel that I have met, and I want to meet them in person. You know, I talk to a lot of people, and yeah, I don't think that it would be, there's not one person where I'm like, oh my gosh, like that's the person, the one person I would want to meet out of all of my friends that I've made. Like, I just want us to have like a trip somewhere, if it's Disney World, if it's a cruise, if it's something. Like, I just think it would be so much fun to have this big meetup for our little corner of this niche, because I know that, you know, Disney YouTube is a big place. I generally don't travel too far out of my little group of people because I'm a very introverted, socially anxious person. So, you know, branching out is not really my forte. So yeah, just having like a little meetup of our little group of people, I think would just be so much fun. Just to get to meet a lot of those people, I think that we would have an absolute blast together. So I can't put it down to one person, but you know, I think that we have a very strong foundation of a group of us that are all friends with one another, and we all talk amongst each other, and I think that we would have such a fun time together. Number 6 is, what do your loved ones think of your love for Disney? So I am very fortunate that everyone is very accepting of how I am and who I am and all of that. John isn't necessarily the biggest Disney fan in the world, but he supports my love for Disney, and he will bear with me and go see movies with me, and you know, go to the store with me, or if there's events, then he'll go with me. So, you know, he's not like actively involved in loving Disney necessarily. So, I mean, heck, he did a Disney proposal, so you know, he's very much supportive of it. And then as far as like my parents go, you know, I've mentioned before, my mom has gotten sucked into the love of the Disney parks, if nothing else. You know, she'll watch the Disney movies with me. I mean, obviously growing up, like, either she or my dad would take me to go see these movies. They would take us, my brother and I, down to Walt Disney World. So they've always been like a little into it themselves because they had to deal with the fact that they were taking us to all of these different Disney things. So yeah, everyone is very accepting of it. There isn't anybody in my family that's like, we're talking about Disney again. Like, I don't want to hear about it. Like, everyone is fully supportive, which is a great thing. Number 7 is, what is your earliest Disney memory? My earliest Disney memory would definitely be going to see The Little Mermaid in theaters. I don't necessarily remember seeing the movie itself, but I remember the experience of actually going to the movies. Like, I vaguely remember seeing I vaguely remember the movie, but I think I was 3 at the time that it came out. My early childhood memories are not super there. I don't remember a lot from like my first trip down to the parks or anything, but my earliest memory would definitely be going to see the movie. And then subsequently, I just remember, like, I had a Little Mermaid like Barbie doll and different like bath toys that were Little Mermaid themed, and so like all of my baths were Little Mermaid. You know, I would always have like Flounder and Sebastian and Scuttle and Ariel and like everybody, and we were taking baths. And then you know, I think every child either in the pool or in the bath would do the whole like launch themselves up onto the side of whatever they're in, a la the Part of Your World reprise, and splash water all over the place and then get in trouble for it. Okay, number 8. Right? Yeah. Number 8 is, who is your favorite Disney villain, Disney princess, and overall Disney character? So Disney villain and overall Disney character is one and the same because it's Scar. You guys probably know all of the reasons why. I will point you in the direction of my Disney villains tag in case you did not see that and you would like elaboration on what is wrong with me and my twisted mind. That Scar is my favorite Disney character. But my favorite Disney princess is Princess Jasmine. I love her. I think she's such a great character. She's such a strong character. She has a pet tiger. I mean, all of the boxes are checked. She's just fantastic. Number 9 is, what Disney character do you think you relate to the most? That's a challenge. I don't know. I guess in a way, I'm gonna kind of cop out and say Jasmine. But in a weird way, so bear with me here. I guess I feel like, you know, her whole thing is that she wants to get out of the palace walls. She's kind of stuck in her job and as being princess, and, you know, she just thinks that there's more that she can do, there's more that she can contribute, and there's more for her to see, and she's just feeling kind of trapped in this role that she has to play. So, you know, I think that this is something that I struggle with as well, which I'm sure a lot of people out there can too, because I think that it's really rare that you get to, that your job is genuinely something that you love to do. I think for most of us out there, it's just a means to an end, that, you know, you work to live, you don't live to work. So while my job is fine, and I work for a great company, and I work for, you know, most of the people that I work with I like. I definitely met a lot of amazing friends through my job. They treat me very well and all of that, but at the end of the day, it's a job and it's not anything that I'm truly passionate about. And so there's days when I'm sitting there and I'm like I just feel like I'm supposed to be doing something more with my life, and I don't know what it is, but I just feel so trapped here doing this job because obviously I have to, you know, I need to make money. So, you know, and I'm always like, well, yeah. I go back and forth, and not that this would probably ever happen because I don't want to live in Florida. I'm like, well, maybe I should just move down to Florida and I can work for Disney. But then I'm also like, but Disney is my escape. So I don't know that it would work well because, you know, if I'm working for Disney, will I want to go to the parks because it's still kind of my work. You know, I kind of fell into that trap before when I interned for, I guess it doesn't matter what I can say, I interned for the Philadelphia Flyers. I grew up a huge hockey fan. I still am a hockey fan, but not as much as I used to be. And I kind of feel like it's because I worked for the team. You know, I was there all the time. Oh my God, I was always there. And it was just, you know, everything was hockey, hockey, hockey all the time. And then I worked, after I got out of college, I worked in a sales job for the ice skating rinks that the teams own and practice at. And so then I was just around it even more. And I just kind of feel like that ruined hockey for me a little bit. And so I'm nervous that, you know, working for Disney would do the same thing. I don't want my escape to become my, I don't want to say downfall, to become the thing that kind of weighs me down in a way. So anyway, that was a tangent. But so I guess I feel like in a way I relate to her in that regard. Plus we both have a pet cat. I have 3. And maybe all combined are not the size of Raja. Let's see. Number 10 is, do you share your love of Disney outside of the YouTube community? Yes, absolutely I do. I, again, am very lucky to work with a lot of people who share a passion for Disney as well. I never have, I never have to go far to find someone that I can talk to about Disney. I have so many friends there that love it. A lot of my friends love it too. So it's not anything that's like this big secret that I don't talk about to anyone. Like, I have Disney stuff up on my desk. I always have a countdown going when I am going to the parks. Like, I have a countdown for to going to the parks at work. Yeah, so, oh yeah, I talk about Disney all the time. Okay, question number 11 is, how has the overall experience of being a Disney YouTuber been thus far? Far different than anything that I could have possibly expected. It's a weird thing having a YouTube channel, because as I sit here, I am sitting by myself in my attic talking to a camera, knowing that eventually, hopefully, there are people on the other side of this camera that will watch my videos and have some sort of connection to the video, to the content, to me, to something. So I think that, like, right off the bat, just starting it was kind of a solitary thing, because, you know, when you start your channel out, it's a struggle to grow it a little bit. I had a somewhat decent following on Instagram, so I think that I had a little bit of help because I had people coming over to my channel from there. As I grew and got to know more people and got to know more YouTubers, it's just become this wonderful community of people that I never would have expected to have surrounding me. I've made so many friends that I would have never met if I had not started this channel. You know, it's truly a crazy, a really crazy thing that it's, you know, like I said, you go in thinking that it's this kind of solitary thing, but it ends up evolving into something so much more. And it's for me personally, it's been an overwhelmingly positive experience so far. And, you know, it definitely has its challenges and its ebbs and flows, and there's times where I'm kind of stressing about the fact that I don't know what to film and I don't have content, and I'm constantly like in that mode of like trying to come up with new things to film, and will people even care about this and all that kind of stuff. So it's definitely an interesting journey, but like I said, an overwhelmingly positive one, full of amazing people that I am happy to call friends. And just getting to chat with people down in the comments, you know, when I get comments, I'm just like, oh my gosh, there's actually people out there. Number 12 is, what do your loved ones think about you being on YouTube? Again, all are supportive. I know that, you know, they don't all watch every single one of my videos, which is completely fine. You know, everyone is supportive. Some people understand it more than others. You know, John is constantly trying to come up with ideas for me for videos to film and content and everything, which is wonderful. I don't know that my dad has ever watched one of my videos before, which again is fine, but I know that my mom does. And she tells people about it. So that's kind of cool. My mom watches some of my videos, not all of them. But, you know, we were actually just hanging out yesterday and she was saying how cool it was that all of the videos that I'm doing about our trip, she's like, I'm pretty much just reliving our trip through all of your videos, you know, things that I don't necessarily remember, you know, you're bringing up, and the food and all this stuff. So she's been enjoying that aspect of it. But yeah, everybody's very supportive of it. Number 13 is how has YouTubing about Disney helped to bring Disney magic into your life? You know, it keeps it present, I would say. It gives me a purpose to wear Minnie ears or Mickey ears or whatever ears I have, which is great. I mean, I guess it just kind of keeps it on my mind more than maybe it would if I didn't have a channel, because I'm trying to constantly think about different Disney topics that I can talk about. Let's see, number 14 are what are your other passions outside of Disney and YouTube? My cats and John and my family, of course, and my friends, and Funko, clearly, although I don't know that that's necessarily a passion per se. It's just something that's kind of grown to take over my life. I love crocheting. It's not something that I feel like I get to do a lot, but I definitely am going to start making more time for it in the coming months, which I hope to share with you guys too. Photography is a huge passion of mine. Question number 15, what is your biggest dream for your channel? Oh boy. I think that if we're really like going with lofty dreams, as terrifying as it is, I would love to get this channel to a place where I can make it a full-time job. I'm definitely somebody that likes having stability in my life, and having a steady 9-to-5 job is generally more my speed. But if I was able to get this channel to a place where I was making a decent living off of it, I would be thrilled, because I think that it would let me have enough time to have creative outlets for not only this channel, but just for the things that I like to do in life, and not feel so confined. And having the opportunity to work for myself, I think I would really enjoy. So yeah, I would say that would be it. I would also love to have like a brand that I work with. I know I already work with several different small shop brands, and not to downplay them by any stretch of the imagination, because I truly value the relationship that I have with the brands that I do already work with. But working with someone like Funko, or even with with Disney or with Harry Potter or something like on that level, I think would just be incredible. You know, I have daydreams of like the loftiest expectations of things that could happen, which I will not speak because I would just like to continue to think good thoughts about things and let things manifest themselves as they will. I guess having this as a full-time job would be great. Am I realistic about the fact that that probably won't happen? Yes, but you know, even if I get to a point where it's a helpful income that could possibly support me going down to the parks a little bit more often, that would be great. Yeah, I mean, just a continued growth and getting to reach more people and getting to meet more people and getting to make more friends and forming a bigger community than I already have. Just continuing to reach more people, that would be good. So yeah, I guess just growth and positivity, maintaining a positive space for people. So that is all that I have for this tag. So for tagging people, so I would love to see, of course, Kate over at Princess Minnie do this tag. I'd love to see Rowan over at the Disney Damsels do this. And I would love to see Abby and Hope over at the Disney Sisters do this tag as well. So tag, you guys are it. Have fun. And yay for Disney friends. They truly, and I feel like so many people say this in their videos, but it really is true that Disney friends are the absolute best friends, and I'm so happy that this silly little platform brought us all together. It's just the craziest thing. So anyway, my time is about to run out on my memory card, so I'm just gonna wrap this up and say thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button down below, answer some of these questions if you would like to, some of the ones that are not necessarily YouTube related. If you don't have a channel, leave a comment down below with your answers. I would love to know. And that is everything that I have for you for today, so thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.